1. Man, new car prices are expensive. The average transaction is nearly $40,000. I think I may have a solution for you guys. Hey guys, welcome to Chris Mack. In this video, I have the 2023 Nissan Versa SR. I'm going to show you around this vehicle, take it on a drive, and give you guys my final verdict. Let's go ahead and get into this video. But you know what? Let's do a remote start this time. Lock the doors, hold down the button. Every time. Let's get into this video, shall we? Looking on the outside of the 23 Nissan Versa SR, this is your key fob right here. You got the newer Nissan logo with the remote start function, a lock button, unlock, as well as trunk release, and a panic button. I am liking this newer key fob design. It is very cool, and the shape is awesome as well. But I'm looking at the design of this 23 Versa. This is a SR trim. As equipped, this vehicle is just under $22,000 MSRP. It is dressed in a skyscraper gray pearl exterior for $395. Looking up front, you can see the Versa did get a facelift for the 2023 model year. You have a revised V-Motion grille that goes a little bit more out to the edges of the vehicle with the SR badging right there. You also do have the full suite of Nissan driver assistance technology, which you will try out on the road. You do have LED lights for the low beam as well as LED daytime running lights with halogen high beams and halogen turn signals, which you can't see over here on this side. Coming over to the wheels, you do have 17-inch machine alloy finish wheels with a kind of two-tone design, so you have a little bit of silver and black, which is very cool. And you do have 205 with tires wrapped around those wheels. This is like the blacked out mirror caps, as this is the SR trim, screaming a little bit more sporty than the base S trim. You have keyless entry for the front door handles. Here's a quick look at your window sticker right here. Feel free to pause the video. I'll also put all information in the description below. Gas tank is on the driver's side. Coming around to the rear of the Versa, you do have full halogen rear lights. For your turn signals, reverse lights are in the middle right there, and turn signals are right there, as well as your brake lights. You do have SR badging. I do like the SR badging is orange, which is very cool. It really does add a nice little accent to pop with the exterior color. Still have a little trunk spoiler right there. Opening the trunk, you will find 15 cubic feet of space. You can also fold down the seats inside the interior in a 60-40 fashion. You have a cargo net right here with some mats. Let's see, does it have a... It does have a temporary spare tire. Let me show you guys the powertrain of the Versa. Let's see if I can find the hood release. There it goes, right here. Now it should have a prop rod. Let's see. This is totally unscripted and in real time, but let me go ahead and talk about specs of this Versa SR. So it has a 1.6 liter. Oh, there it is right there. There's a prop rod, okay. There we go, I was searching for it. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about specs of this Versa SR. As a 1.6 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, 122 horsepower with 114 pound-foot of torque. You will get 32 in the city, 40 on the highway, and 35 combined. Vehicle weight is 2,700 pounds. It does go through an Xtronic CVT transmission. You can also get a, I believe it's a 6-speed or 5-speed manual in the base model of the S trim. Let me show you the interior. I have the seats adjusted for my frame at 5'6", maybe a little bit further back than the typical person at my height. But when you do have it adjusted for my frame, I'll have about 2 inches of legroom with about 1 inch of headroom. A couple of minis back here, you do have a little storage compartment right here with a USB-C port, which I honestly didn't expect, but I'm appreciative that it is here. Here's a quick look to the front cabin, and you do have illumination up front right here. Let's go ahead and hit the cockpit of the Versa, where all the action happens. Looking over here on the door panel, you have your window controls, the automatic window right there for the driver. mirror controls, as well as child lock and lock and unlock stuff right there. Gas tank release as well as hood release, And a trunk release is down below right here. Manual tilt telescoping steering wheel, as well as manual adjustable seats. Does have a premium text finish. I do like the orange accents right here. Really does go with this whole SR theme that it does have. Looking in front of you is your 3-spoke steering wheel. You do have your light controls on this side with your wiper controls on that side. And then looking right here in front of you, do have a digital 7-inch cluster right here on this half of the screen with an analog tachometer or speedo. You can control your various different information on this side. So you have your speed, driving information, driver assist, tire pressures, your vehicle settings right there. So you can turn off your traction control. Drive assist technology is all configurable. So we hold that, push that down. You can change all that from the blind spot assist, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, and automatic emergency braking for the rear as well. You can also customize the display. You have other vehicle settings right here. Rear door alert right there, so it lets you know if someone is coming when you are opening the rear door. Remote engine start, and various features right there inside of the screen. You also put up a RPM gauge right there on that side, and your media information for either your radio, or if you do have your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto connected into the infotainment display, and more various information right there. But let me go ahead and leave it back up on the speedo. Looking over here at the 8-inch Nissan Connect infotainment, you do have a home button right there with phone connections, audio functions, so you can configure AM, FM, Sirius XM radio, as well as your media functions for your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You can track forward and back. Volume button is on that side, and you do have a camera button on that side, which you can put up your trajectory lines. Some settings right there for your screen, so you can have darkness or you can have it light. And then settings are on over here on this side, so your connections for your Bluetooth, clock controls, vehicle settings, sounds, different services, and so on. You also have a back button right there if you do make a mistake. Your tune knob is on this side with your volume on this side. You go back to the home display right here. So you do have a configurable display which you can customize in the screen. So you can customize the menu. So right now we do have a kind of like an analog clock design going on right there. And you do have your Apple CarPlay. So I do want to start out with a CarPlay test. This does have a 6-speaker sound system, so let's try it out.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should.
Now overall the 6-speaker sound system is okay, but I actually did customize kind of like the bass and the treble and all that inside of the sound system to enhance it just a little bit more. But definitely I think Bose sound system is definitely better. But looking over here a little bit more, some settings. This way you can get to your radio functions right here, as well as Bluetooth audio. You have some shortcut buttons down here for your audio, your connections, info settings are right there, and some more settings right there on that side. You do have a single zone climate control up front with 2-stage heated front seats. You have a 12-volt charger right there with a USB-C port, as well as a USB-A port right here, as well as a wireless charging pad. So let's try that out real quick. Slide your phone down right there. You see it charges up with no problem at all. Your push button start is right here, and this is how you control the Xtronic CVT. So you push it down for reverse. You have trajectory lines with a backup camera. You go neutral, drive, as well as a low mode. And you do have a manual handbrake right here, with 2 cup holders down below, and a little bit of storage with another USB-C port. So surprisingly, this thing does have pretty good charging around the interior. You do have a glove box right there with pretty good size for the segment. Some more soft touch materials right here, and I dug the stitching right here with the orange theme right there is so cool. Up top you do have illumination with a SOS button for telematics and connections. But let's go and take the Versa SR for a drive and see how she does. We are behind the wheel of the 2023 Nissan Versa SR. Visibility out the front, rear, and sides is great. I can see very good over the hood, as well as out the side mirrors, and even out the back. vehicle is $21,000, and that's probably one of the biggest factors why I want to review this car, is because the average car price is about $40,000 here in the US, and this vehicle is about half of that price. So you can have a brand new vehicle with literally delivery miles and have all the amenities that you would look for on a daily basis. So let's talk a little bit more about the Versa as we chill here at the light. A couple things I do like so far is the exterior styling. The front end is so much better with that redesigned V-Motion grille, where you kind of have it like go out more wider on the front of the vehicle, which is just gives us that little bit more wider and sportier approach when you're looking at it from the front. Those little black side mirrors are pretty cool, really give it that kind of sportiness look. But just driving around the city, this is rated to get 32 mpg in the city. And the Xtronic CVT does a pretty good job of getting to that power band when you need to. So if you need to like get out the way, just you see it just goes right there, no problem at all. Now for majority of the drive, I will stay around the city so I can just talk a little bit more how it handles and stuff like that, just in town driving. If you are using this as a commuter car, which I'm sure 100% of you guys will be doing. This also does have adaptive cruise control. You can configure the distances right there. So I can set it to like 50 or so miles an hour and use the following distances right there. You go all the way from 3 following distances all the way down to 1, so it's using the camera up top. And you see it's actually putting on brakes as well, which is pretty cool. The 7-inch cluster does provide a lot of information. It's very interactive with you. So you got your speed right there. You can put up all your driver assistance technology and so on. Overall power, so it does have 122 horsepower with 114 pound-foot of torque. And around town driving, I would say this is probably perfect for what this vehicle is geared for. Even I do think if you do go on the highway, it will struggle a bit if you definitely are trying to pass people. And I'll stay in the right lane. But yeah. Mostly like this newer Nissan badge right there in the steering wheel, as well as on the outside. And throughout the cabin is pretty cool. But the styling is probably what really impresses me. I already said it once and I'll say it again. It's pretty good. So we'll be back in a second once the light turns green. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the back row real quick and see how the acceleration is in this Versa. Now I am going to go into my vehicle dynamic control right there. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Now put up my speedo right there so you guys can see the acceleration. But let's try an acceleration right here. This is kind of a punchy car. It's not like, definitely not a sporty car, but I mean, you just want to get around town, get decent miles per gallon, and just kind of cut up a little bit. You can do that. But let's try that out. Hold on, wait. Yeah, it don't go good with brake boosting with this Xtronic CVT. 0 to 60 is eventually. I'll just put it that way. Honestly, I felt about like the 10-second range as far as acceleration goes. Now, to be honest, you can really feel like how slow it is, like when you're going from like a stop. But the thing is, where you really feel a little bit more like the power is when you're on a roll. So you're rolling and you hit like this. And you see right there, you're off. Let's go ahead and turn that back on. I'm going to try one more acceleration. So let's go from the stop. And then 60 again. I almost feel like I could write a novel in the time it takes to get it from 60. But yeah. Definitely is geared for more miles per gallon, and it gets 40 mpg when you do go on the highway. Now, as far as ride quality goes, it's economy car. I mean, this is not no luxury car as far as that goes, but just a point A to point B vehicle. Now, when we get back on the main road, I do want to try the adaptive cruise control. We have a little bit more of a stretch of road, so I can see the full potential of this drive assistance. But you do have the full suite of Nissan drive assist. You got automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, blind spot information, and so on. You know, why don't we use this truck right here in front of us, right? So we go ahead and set our speed. We'll go 3 following distances. And you can see right there, the adaptive cruise control does a good job of following the traffic in front of it, using the camera up top. Your truck slow down, we're going to slow down. But the driver assistance is pretty good. All the way down to 1 following distance, so that's basically about 1 following distance. Probably put one Versa right there in between you. So if you did, let's say you had an Altima and you wanted to do like a adaptive cruise control, you could put 1 Altima in front of you. But yeah, so overall the cruise control is good. You also do have automatic emergency braking, both for the front when you're driving and basically when you're parking out back. As we get a little bit closer to our destination, I will go ahead and talk a little bit more about the conclusion of what I think about this Versa SR. Let's get out the hole. Come on! You really have to keep your foot in to pass traffic, but hey, that's why you get an Altima. But this is definitely geared for miles per gallon, and that's probably the biggest factor of this vehicle is affordability and miles per gallon. And that's probably one of the main things you do look for when you're looking for a affordable vehicle that doesn't break the bank and I have to say that this vehicle definitely does fulfill that task. Now, as equipped, this vehicle is just under $22,000. And like I stated at the beginning of my POV drive, the average car price is almost $40,000. So you're about half of that. You get a brand new vehicle that should last a pretty good while, or a few years, depending on how many miles you drive a year. A couple also things I do like about this Versa SR, the outside design styling is very cool, both front and rear. You have wireless phone charger right here. Let me show you guys that. You can put on your wireless phone charger, all the driver assistance tech that you would need, orange stitching right there, and all your various different information inside of the screens. And you also have connectivity for your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But other than that, that is going to wrap up this video. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications. This is Chris signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.